Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now today is January finished pages. I swear to God I say it every single month. Where does the month go? It's scary. It only feels like yesterday that I put the Christmas tree down, but yeah, we're now in February. I've got this page open at the top. You know what? My pages are somewhat in relatively good order this month from when I did them. So the ones that you see first are the ones that I've done more recent. So I've actually just finished a video on this little guy from Mouse Guard. I did do part 1. Part 2 is currently exporting. So yeah, it'll be up some point today. You'll see this video tomorrow. But this is Mouse Guard and I'm thoroughly enjoying this book. Really loving it. I use mostly Neocolor 2s. What did I use Neocolor 2s for the whole thing actually, and then a bit of the Artex pencils, some acrylic paint, and then some watercolour that I went out the lines, but I'm not mad at, and it's all over my table. And again, I'm not mad at it. It's glitter, but it's just these pages I find that they're super fun to do because they're not really massive detailed pages. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is, I mean, like this one here, I'd have to tackle that in, that's one page. I mean, it's not one page, I know it's not, but in my mind it'd be that's one thing, that's another. Let me see if I can find some like this, like really detailed. But then you get other ones like this that wouldn't take you as long. I mean, that took me quite a while, to be fair. Another whoops that I need to fix. Yeah, I'm just loving this book, and again, you'll definitely see pages from this book in next month's finished pages. And I don't know if I'll be able to capture it, sort of. But that is the Renaissance liquid chrome watercolour that I harp on about probably too much in my videos. And then my usual acrylic paint pen, not the soonest one, I can't remember, but I'll link it in the description for you in case you want to buy it. So that needs to stay open because it is still wet from the acrylic paint. So you can go over there. Right, there's a reason that I'm showing you this, is I was testing out some new markers and I completely went out the lines. So I reprinted it on this paper underneath. This paper. Now this is, it's a craft paper, it's 100 GSM. It says 100 GSM, but it's not, it seems a lot thinner. But I got this to try it and see what it's like compared to the Strathmore Tone Tan paper, which is quite expensive, but don't get me wrong, it is nice paper to colour on. And I think 100 or 50 sheets of 100 GSM was like £6.30 or something. So the first, I have recorded the process of me doing this and this. It'll just take me a couple of sitting down video attempts to get this finished, because I want to test a couple of different mediums on this paper. So the markers work beautifully. I'll try pencils. I might try either acrylic paint or a little bit of watercolour. Watercolour's probably not going to work very well. If you listen, it's super thin paper, even though it says 100 GSM. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, I thought it might be a good cheaper alternate to the Tantone Strathmore paper. So I'll keep you updated, and you'll see that video coming up at some point within the next week or so, I imagine, because I don't like having whips for ages, otherwise I just won't do them. So yeah, I thought it was worth showing you that and mentioning it. Dragons Assorted, a hand-drawn colouring book by Elizabeth Rose Best. I managed to do this in one morning because I was up at like 5 o'clock, so I thought instead of laying in bed and not going to sleep, I just came in my art room and I did this. Did I base it with marker? I did. Based it with alcohol marker, so it would have been the Ohuhu alcohol marker. Watercolour background, just an easy one, and then the shine that you can see is the Clara watercolour in gold. And then I've barely done any shadowing or shading or anything with this, purely because it was like 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning when I was sat here doing this. So I just use mostly watercolour, to be honest, and I love how it turned out. I think she's so cute, and she's got 1, 2, 3, 4 babies, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the way. So she's a very busy mum, and she's even got a smile on her face. And This is my favourite book by this artist, but the only downside is this spine. I've still not managed to break the spine, so when I'm colouring it I really do have to try and bend the boot back. Luckily, well, she's changed it. The newer boots that she does now, they are spiral bound boots, but the paper isn't as nice as the paper in this, unfortunately. So it's whichever you think's better. But if you like dinosaurs and dragons and that sort of thing, you'll definitely like this book. And I purchased this a little while ago actually off Etsy. I've done quite a few in here actually. Yep, so that's Dragons Assorted, a hand-drawn colouring book by Elizabeth Rose Best. We've got one in the Ecliptica by Anastasia called Arriva. Please don't come for me. Please don't come for me. I had a vision with this one and I was struggling with the skin, and this is how it turned out. I added loads of blood to it. I like it, don't get me wrong, but it was probably, I'm scared of people going, oh Debbie, you've wrecked a beautiful page. You've wrecked a beautiful face. But I just saw something different. I saw something different and I was struggling with the skin. I tried to use light fast pencils and then I couldn't fathom it. I couldn't fathom it. I don't know what was going on that day. And I even used the colour combination that one of you lovely subscribers left me in the comments, and I tried that and it was just doing me head in. It was doing me head in. So I used some markers to base it, and then I just went overboard with the paint, and I used the Rembrandt. Oh, they're beautiful paints, them. They are absolutely beautiful. They are pricey, but if you use watercolour paints as much as I do, I probably already got my money's worth out of these. Yeah, these paints. I love them. Absolutely love them. Yeah, so I used them for all the dripping effect. And then I ended up using just a bit of Prismacolor just for the tiny bits of shadow and shading that I did. I don't know why I struggled with this page so much, because I did the hair and I loved it. And then I did the background and I started going out the edges. And then I used a bit of masking tape to try and stop myself going out the lines. And then the masking tape was pulling up the watercolour. I was like, oh no. But I couldn't have this page half done. So it is what it is. Like I said, please don't come for me. I do like it, and it's probably more, I probably should have waited until Halloween before doing such a colouring page. But yeah, I enjoyed doing it anyway. I can take the tag out of that because I've already shared it on Instagram. Yeah, I enjoyed doing it, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. We've got one from Little Secrets from My Fairy House by Clara Markova. This is her newest book. And I've forgotten to share this on Instagram. It is actually a buddy colour with Kirsty from Kirsty Colour and Sketch. And it is this page. I have already shown this, I think, on my channel. Not last video, the video before maybe. I can't remember. And I used all Artex pencils for this one. I just got them that day. So I decided to test them out. And I'm really pleasantly surprised about them. Pleasantly surprised. I managed to get a nice blend with two quite different colours. I mean, these colours are similar, and a bit of watercolour as well. But it's not me for like Clara Markova pages. I really do have to be in the mood for, but I really enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed it. So I can see myself colouring a lot more in this one. I like that flamingo one. I think that's quite cute. That'd be nice for Easter. And I'm definitely not a seasonal colourist, as it's just gone to show with putting a load of blood on that page. But yeah, that is the Clara Markova one. I think I was talking about steampunk things, and you're going to think, oh, Debbie's a liar, ain't I? Because I said I don't really like steampunk things. But my husband picked this up. I didn't ask him. He picked it up for me, which is really nice. He's dead sweet. And then I actually flipped through it, and there was quite a few pages like the animatronic animals that I really like. And of course I had to do the dragon page. The dragon page. And I used Albert Dürer, Faber-Castell Albert Dürer for this one. And that's it. No other pencils, just that, and it was easy peasy, and I think I managed to do this in about an hour. I was careful with how much water that I used, because obviously the Colouring Heaven paper isn't, you can see the previous illustration, it's not the thickest, but you can colour on it with different mediums. You just have to be a little bit more careful. But yeah, there's a couple, like the unicorn one as well. Like, probably should have done a flip through. Oh, did I see one? I think I saw one. I flipped through of this. I think that's why I didn't do one. But yeah, it's quite a cute issue, this one. Quite a cute issue. There's a couple of pages that I like out of that. So that's the Colour in Heaven Steampunk Animals Special. This was a long-standing whip for, I think I started this back in October or November maybe. I can't quite remember, and I had it left on the side. I didn't put it away back in the folders to make sure that I'd finish colouring it. But I think it's by Colouring Chicks, Daria Draws. And this was on Etsy. And I've just printed it out on my usual, is it 100 GSM? I think it's 100 GSM paper that I normally use. And then I was lazy with the hair and just popped a little bit of grey in just to make it look like she's got silver grey hair, because most of it was grayscale anyway. But I love how the skin turned out. The skin turned out beautifully and smooth. And I used the light pass pencils for that. So that's what I don't get in that Clara boot. The Anastasia boot. Why was I struggling so much? Maybe it was just a bad day. Maybe it was just a bad day. But I love her. I love her. I think she's dead cute, and I'm glad that I've got her finished now. And the same Clara watercolour for all of the background. She reminds me of a character that should be in Game of Thrones. She'd be a House of the Dragon sort of gal, wouldn't she? Yeah, so they are actually in somewhat of an order, these. We've got a lot of Hannah Lynn's this month. I've been really keen on her new colouring book, and I think I managed to do 6, even 7. And I've got that one that I showed you right at the start of the video that I'm working on. And I've already pulled another one out. Really enjoying it. I have got a video on this in case you're interested. It is all marker based, and then I use the alcohol marker blending solution hack for the background, and it gives a really cool effect with such minimal effort. So I have got a video up on my channel, and I tried to do a little bit of a light effect. But with these gals, I'm trying to do different skin tones, purely because I'd run out of alcohol marker skin tones in normal skin tone colours. But I've purchased some since, just a small pack. But I think I'm going to still stick to that and see if I can, actually I might as well just show you all of them at once. That'd probably be easier. There's loads. There's loads. There's another Hannah one at the back as well. So I've got one in here that's from the same book. I didn't realise at the time though. So this is Colour in Heaven tattoo issue. But it's this one. But this illustration is actually in this new book. Now I printed out, I got the digital version, and I purchased it off her actual website because it worked out cheaper than buying it off Etsy. And it was only after I printed it out that I realised that this illustration was in it. Because I was wondering, why does it not say new and exclusive on this side, because it usually does, but for whatever reason it's not. I think that one's in it as well. That's a new one that's in this book. I'm sure it is. So yeah, I've done that one, so I'm classing that as a Hannah Lynn page because it is. Because it is. I've done that one that I've just spoke about. We'll go over the pirate one as well. I really enjoyed this one, really enjoyed it. I did film. Did I film nearly all of this? I can't quite remember. Alcohol markers again. If you've not noticed by now, I go through sort of phases. Like I'll be fixated on alcohol markers for the month, and then I won't touch them for a couple of months, and it'll be something else, and then I come back to alcohol markers or whatever it is. That's what I just tend to do. I put the Daniel Smith watercolour grind over the top of this after I'd done the markers, and I thought, oh god, this is not going to turn out. But luckily I caught it on video and it did work out, and I'm really pleased with this. I think she's so pretty, and I just got away with really minimal shading on the skin. When I'm not feeling skin, that's what I do. When I am feeling skin, this is what I do. It all depends. It all depends. What else? So we've got the Snow White. We did this one, I did this one, and I did a drip effect for like the mirror. This was so fun. It was so fun, and I think it only took me about an hour, if that. I didn't film any of this, I just did this in my own time. Sometimes I feel guilty not recording every single page that I do, but I'm a human, and I do this as a hobby as well. And sometimes you just want to sit here and listen to a documentary or an audiobook and zone out after the day that you've had, and I don't particularly want to be entertaining other people. So I do apologise if you see a if you see a finished picture and you think, oh, I hope there's a video for that, or I wonder if there's a video for that. Not all pages are going to be videoed, because I'm human. Because I'm human. We've got another one with the mermaid. Again, alcohol marker. There seems to be a bit of a pattern here. Watercolour background, and I went completely out of my comfort zone with this one and did darker skin tone, and I love her. Absolutely love her. Apart from the eyes. Apart from the eyes, I wish I'd done the eyes the same, like greeny, bluey, teal colour to match the background. That's the only thing that I would change about this page. But I even like the way that I've done the bath. Everything about it apart from the eyes on that one. We did this one. I originally did this one to put in a frame and put in my daughter's room, but after I'd finished it, the colour scheme did not go at all. Maybe I should try it again. But this is where I started with the different colour skin tones, so you can see, apart from these two and maybe this one. So what have we got next? I could do a purple, an orange, a red. I could do a teal. I could do a really pink colour. But that you can see is Renaissance watercolour. I don't know the name of it, but it was in the Advent Christmas Advent calendar from last year, and I do believe she does it open stock. Let me just show you so you get an idea. Not that drawer, this one, and it is this colour here. I don't know if it says it on the back. No, it doesn't, but it's almost got like flecks of something in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So whenever I do furry wings, I always tend to use that. I'll just trap my finger in the drawer, and that's going to be throbbing me now for the rest of the day. But yeah, watercolour background again for that one. I love how it turned out. It's just it won't go out in my daughter's room. She's got like a woodland theme going on in her room, and it just wouldn't go with a bright green. I'm sorry if it's too much going on screen, but I want to really show you how many Hanalins that I have done this month. I might put them on the floor so you can get a better look. Oh, I've done pink and purple. I've done pink and purple. Right, so this one I did, I can't remember what pencils, I'm not going to lie, I can't remember what pencils I used on this one. It looks like Prismacolor. It does look like Prismacolor or Arteza. Distress ink background. I have not done a distress ink background in months and months and months, so it was a nice change with that one. And again, alcohol markers. Alcohol markers. I will do another video if you like, but I'll probably do it as a time lapse because I just find these really relaxing to do and I don't want to talk. So maybe I'll do another one. And then the very last one that I did was this one, and I wasn't pleased with this. I'm not happy with this at all. I don't like the skin tone shading that I did. I like the colour, but I don't like the shading that I did. I wish I did the dragon a different colour. I added stickles and stuff to this one. And tried to give her freckles. What do you think? What do you think? If you're still interested in looking at these, I will put them all on the floor so you can get a good look of them all together, because how many is that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, I've done 8 with one whip as well. Not bad. Not bad. But yeah, Hannah Lynn, thank you for bringing out such a delightful colouring book. Really enjoying it. My favourite one so far, and please do Grayscale from now on. Thank you. I've got one from Mafia. I would have had 2 this month. My husband kept saying, do you want to do a body colour? Do you want to do a page? He didn't actually say a body colour. He said, do you want to do a page? And I said, that's a body colour. Where's my clip in this? Where's the clip gone? And we've still not done it. But I've got the page to one side. I can't even remember now which one was it. Why have I got this beak out? Have I done a page in here? I do apologise if I haven't, but there must be a reason that I've had it on the pile. I usually have whips on there or finished pages, so I'm a bit confused now. No. No. I still really like that one, the T-Rex. I like my other one better. Tiger, shark. There is videos for a lot of these actually. My Kirby ones I do tend to film. And butterfly. Was it this one? I think it might be this one. It is, it's this one. You've not seen this one. Excuse me, I did this right at the start of the month. This has got, what has it got on? This has just got a normal gesso, just a cheap gesso over the top of this one. And then alcohol markers. I did, because I did a video on this, didn't I? I remember now. And a bit of watercolour in the background. And it took me forever and a day to do the shading on this one. It took me ages. But a little bit of highlight as well. I think it managed to pop off the page. And, oh no, I tell a lie. Do you know what I used? Daniel Smith watercolour ground. Because there's no alcohol marker bleed through. I'm telling you, it's the way to go, that stuff. It's expensive, but it's worth it. It saves you colouring pages. It just does eat away at your pencils because it gives you paper, I don't want to say sandpaper feeling, but it does give it a bit of a grip. So yeah, don't use expensive pencils when using that stuff. But yeah, I'm sure I did a video on this. If I did, it'll be somewhere around here. But yeah, that is by Kirby Roseanne's Imagine Mafia. I might as well show you this one. This one is at the bottom, even though I did it right at the start of the month. Another Hannah Lynn one. This was done just before she brought out her new colouring book, and I just fancied doing a Hannah Lynn, and I'd already had this printed out. It was a PDF book that I bought. I wasn't too pleased with this, to be honest. But it is what it is. My finger is throbbing now. Yeah, it is what it is. And this is the start of the month when I started the alcohol marker phase. Yeah, I like the hair and I like the stickles. It's nice and glittery. But apart from that, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Have I finished this one? Let me just check before I show you. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I just did this quick one in Tickets to Dreams by, oh god, I'm going to butcher her name. Karolina Kupakowska. Really beautiful quality boots these. The paper is incredibly thick. I know I've got acrylic paint on that. Let me do it on this one. The paper is incredibly thick, and I find her artwork really quirky. Really quirky. Like there's just nothing else out there that's like these books. And I do thankfully only 3 that she's brought out. She might even have brought out another one. But since the prices on Etsy have shot through the roof for the postage, I won't be buying them anytime soon. I don't know if you watched the Clara Markova one, but I got it cheaper through a lady off Facebook, so I didn't pay over the odds for the shipping. But yeah, they just take quirky pages, these, and the watercolour works incredibly well in these books. I have to really be in the mood though to colour in one of these books, because they are a bit, what's the right word, quirky, creepy, something along the lines of that, Right, while I'm still talking now, no, I'll just show you the Hannah Lynn ones. So the lighting's a bit poop because I've had to put the big light on, but you can see all of the Hannah Lynn pages. I'm just loving this book. I'm absolutely loving it. So there's the Colouring Heaven one, the fairy one, the pirate one, the dragon one, the mermaid, Snow White, Game of Thrones girl, that's what I'm calling her, and then the fairy one. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying these books. If there's any specific ones you want me to, what I might do is another vault, because the 3 that I did, I'm working on the 3rd one, so I might do another vault in case you want to see any of the others coloured, and I can do them as a time lapse for you. And I thought I'd mention here as well, I finished this diamond painting by Diamond Art Club. I finished this halfway through the month, and it was a 51cm by 71cm, I had this as a whip for a little while. Look at all them handlings. How cool does that look? I'm gonna have to take a picture of that. But yeah, it was a round, and I don't know if I said it, it was Diamond Art Club. And yeah, I enjoyed working in it. I didn't at the start because of all the black, but in the end I did enjoy working it on this one. It's currently being rolled up and stored away. I don't plan on putting this one up on the wall. But yeah, there's all my handlings for the month. So that is all my pages for January. I think I've done quite well. I think the benefit of doing the alcohol marker or Neocolor 2 or any sort of base, taking the white away from the paper, it does speed up the process. I mean, if you enjoy the process of taking it slow and taking your time, please don't take me on. But if you're anything like me, and you like having quite a few pages to look back at the end of the month. Now this is someone who used to play hours and hours on computer games, and I had nothing to show for it at the end of the month. So now that I have all these beautiful pieces of artwork and diamond paintings at the end of the month to look back on, and in years down the time to look back on, there's pages that I've done years ago that I remember what I was watching at the time or what I was listening to, what the weather was like, if we've had the really bad scorching weather or it's been snowing. It's weird into the things that you remember, and I love having these pieces of artwork to look back on for the rest of my life, and for my kids as well. I went on a bit of a Debbie Downer then, didn't I? When it's just meant to be about finished colouring pages. But the point is that I enjoy colouring still just as much as I did like 2-3 years ago now. And yeah, if you request a video and I don't always do it, or I don't always do it straight away, just please remember I'm human too, and this is my main hobby. My second is diamond painting. And yeah, I do this for enjoyment and stress relief and relaxation as well as you. I just do videos as well. On top of it. But please do leave me a thumbs up. I've noticed about, I think it's like 70-something% people that watch my videos are actually subscribe. So if you're not subscribed, then please do. And like I said, please leave me a thumbs up, because it does help my channel out and gets my videos noticed a little bit more. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in February, because technically it's the last day of January. So yeah, I'll see you in February. Bye.